back here at the H. Sorry once again for those technical difficulty, folks. 43-50 is the score. 6:21 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And
we had a couple threes getting traded back to back, and in that break to go into the fourth quarter, Thompson stood up and was looking at Fortner, and he was telling, "Hey, go get it going out here." Yeah, they've definitely fallen in a little bit of a hole, and it just seems like right when they come back and they start to get a couple steals and hit a couple threes, Eureka answers right back with a couple threes of their own. So Francis Howell's gonna have their hands full with this quarter.
Yeah, 43-50. This is what the score usually Eureka averages, so a better job right now for Eureka for sure, or for the Vikings for sure, excuse me. There's Trupiano. He goes up with it. It's going to be a foul on the floor against Vardaman. And it'll be Trupiano now. So here's Fortner over the Maddox to the top. Maddox now he's going to drive in, trying to create some space, maybe make a move. He's going to stuff back. No good on the shot. Rebound to the Wildcats. 43-50, 5:45 remaining. Too many empty possessions will definitely hurt the Vikings going down the edge here. Here's Vardaman. He goes up with it. Somehow able to get that shot to go. Makes it a 9-point lead for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Trupiano can't allow that to go down in the paint.
There's Simmons. It's going to be a foul, though, on Vardaman. He's getting called with the push. That's going to be his third of the afternoon. Checking in will be Smith. So 16 fouls for the Vikings, for the Wildcats. Knock on wood, the Vikings have been doing a better job now of not committing any fouls since about halfway through that third quarter. There's Maddox. What a find from Fortner. Needs a lot more of that, and that's going to be Jacob calling the timeout there. 30-second timeout. A lot of back and forth between these two teams. Now 7-point lead for the Eureka Wildcats. Checking back in will be Shane Kirby. Vikings fans can catch all of tonight's action live and archived on the Howell Activities Network 2 at HowellVikingsTV2.com. Also, please be sure to visit HowellVikingsTV2.com and subscribe to the Howell Activities Network so you don't miss any of your favorite Howell programs. We'll have tomorrow night's game as your Howell Vikings take on Fort Zumwalt West at 7 p.m. We'll be visiting the Jaguars gym tomorrow evening and then back on the road next week. As the Vikings are back on the road for quite some time, as they're not back home until February 9th. Next Tuesday, they are at Timberland. Then to finish out the week on Friday, they're at Francis Howell Central. 2 games easily winnable for the Vikings, but how easy will they be without Thompson? Now here comes Eureka. Full court press coming from the Vikings. Full court momentum goes Eureka. There's Booker. He's almost able to save it. But there goes James. He collects the live loose ball.
And
Maddox now with the three. He's got the three. Sam Maddox makes it a 4-point game, 5 minutes to go.
And with the lineup they have on the court right now, they got a lot of athleticism. They have a lot of good defense. So they cannot allow any more scoring.
And there's Liddell. He's able to go coast to coast. Maddox letting him get right by him, and that's maybe a guy that needs to have Kirby on him. Maddox, he's calling for a screen from Jude James. Maddox with a deep three. Not able to get that one. Booker, though, able to collect the rebound. James now. James trying to find some momentum. Gives it to Booker. Maybe a reach in. No foul called, though. Here's Maddox. He's going to dump it off to Kirby. Maddox back in the corner. To James inside. James not able to corral it, but Maddox is able to.
Yeah, they're getting a lot. They're getting a lot more from Maddox the rest of the night. Give me a long 4 minutes for him.
Yeah, 4:13. A long possession here for the Vikings. There's Simmons. He's got the three. No good. Rebound to Jude James as it goes off of a Wildcat. And nope, they're going to call it off of Jude James. James does a fantastic job to hit it off of a Wildcat. And Jacob didn't like the call. Neither did any of the Viking faithful student section, as they were right in front of it there. But somehow the baseline judge on our side was able to call it on the far side. And there's a deep pass down the court, looking like Nikola Jokic, blocked by Jude James. Jude James not letting him get in there, but that's a missed three, thankfully. Goes in and out. Here come back the Vikings.
Yeah, and if you're a young guy trying to get in the rotation, that's exactly how you do it.
Yeah, James not giving up on that play at all. Here's now Kirby over to Simmons. Simmons now, he's going to use his body. He's going to go up with it. He's got the bucket. Down by 4, 3:40 remaining.
Sometimes you just got to use the football body and get inside.
Now, Vikings need more stops just like that last one, down by 4. And there's Smith out to LaBelle, and that's a wide open three. Can't have that.
You cannot give him that. Like if I'm whoever's guarding him, I'm giving up whoever else an open shot. You have to stay attached to him.
So 57 to 50 is the score right now. 3 minutes remaining. Vikings have a lot of work to do. A lot of time remaining though. Maddox now dumps it off to Kirby. Over to James. James out to James. Matt James with the three. He's got his own three. Matt James. 53-57, 4-point game, 3 minutes ago. Exciting finish in the making, hopefully here at the H. Full timeout from head coach Kurt Jacob. We'll take a timeout ourselves. You're listening to Viking basketball here on the Howell Activities Network. Back here at the H, 53-57, 3:04 remaining. That was a full timeout by head coach Kurt Jacob. Only 3 remaining for the Vikings, 3 remaining as well for the Wildcats. Wildcats living off their three-pointer tonight, that's for sure.
I don't like the fact that James isn't out there right now.
No Matt James, instead Royce Wibbemeyer. That's an easy floater, no good, but Carson Smith able to do the follow back, and that's when you miss Sam Thompson with the rebounds. Now a 6-point game with 2:38 remaining. Wibbemeyer over to Kirby. Kirby over to Fortner. Fortner to James. James out back to Maddox. Maddox now with the three. He's got the three! Sam Maddox, clutch time. 17 on the night for Sam Maddox, 56-59. 2:20 to go.
And to some people, that's a bad shot. But if you're a baller and you got it rolling, sometimes you just got to put them up.
Not many other options though for the Vikings. Well, goes up with an and one for the Eureka Wildcats. Luke Liddell.
I didn't think the foul was there, but he definitely did a great job of twisting his body and being able to stay up in the air and get the layup in.
Checking in is going to be Trupiano and Matt James for Jude James and Royce Wibbemeyer, as well as Booker Simmons. They'll come in for Shane Kirby.
And offensively, this is definitely an upgrade for everyone that was on the floor. Defensively, they're giving up a little bit, but I expect Jacob to keep everyone coming in and out for the next 2 minutes.
2:08. It is now 6-point lead. Back 2 for the Eureka Wildcats. Here goes Fortner. He goes straight to the hoop, and he's going to get it almost taken away that time by Caden Rolling, but thankfully it goes off of Rolling. Come back in is Vardaman for Carson Smith. So size right now in the advantage column for the Vikings. Here's Maddox now. Maddox, He's going to have to go quickly. He is. He goes up with it now. He gets fouled, and he's got the and one. Sam Maddox gets his own and one on the other side. So, and one coming. These are free throws that are definitely needed. Maddox is 80% from the floor. Checking back in will be Jude James for David Trupiano.
How about the shot blocking capabilities of this Francis Howell team, though? Between Jude James, who's someone who doesn't get even much varsity time, coming up big with Thompson being out with injury. Between him, Trupiano, Fortner, who can even get up sometimes, and he's only 5'10". They have just so many defensive guys around.
Missed there. Jude James somehow not fouled, hits it off of a Eureka Wildcat. What a smart play by the sophomore.
And it looks like Trupiano's on the sideline now, getting his leg or ankle looked at. Maybe a little bit of blood, maybe a little bit of bleeding, I think.
He was actually told to come off the court. I'm not sure if he was wanting to or actually being subbed out, but he's being cleaned up right now. Here's now Simmons. He's able to get it. Down by 4.
And you can see how bad Maddox wants this right now. He's demanding the ball every single time.
Maddox, he's got the 3. He makes the 3. Sam Maddox is on one tonight. He now has 22. 1 point game, 1:37 to go. And now it's taken away by Preston Fortner.
The active hands of Fortner coming in clutch.
What a finish we have here at the H. Fortner going to slow it down. Maddox hasn't missed a shot, it seems like, in forever. He wants this when the senior does. Fortner now, he's trying to make some moves. Fortner out to Booker. Back to Fortner, wasting some time now maybe. Now it's going to be a timeout for head coach Kurt Jacob.
Oh yeah, slow him down a little bit.
It's going to be a full timeout on the floor. So we'll take one ourselves. We'll have the exciting finish on the other side. You're listening to Viking Basketball here on the Howell Activities Network. Back here at the H, 61-62, 1:15 to go. Viking basketball. Inbounding it will be Matt James, to Preston Fortner, Sam Maddox, Booker Simmons, and David Trupiano on the floor.
The best part is they got Maddox and they got Maddox, Fortner, and Trupiano, and they don't need a 3 right now.
And that's taken away though. Fortner trying to corral it, and it's going to be Viking basketball. As that was Trace Ruckman trying to take it away and trying to save it, but there's no Eureka Wildcat there to help him, but still Viking basketball, thankfully. Here's Maddox out, back to Fortner. Minute 10 remaining, 61-62 is the score. Everyone having to get involved with no Sam Thompson right now for the Vikings. James down with the jumper. He's got the jumper. Vikings take a 63-62 lead. Matt James with 8 on the night.
Whoever is guarding 12 for Eureka, just stay on him.
And that looks to be Sam Maddox. Man-to-man is coming right now for the Vikings. Now it's Booker. Booker against Liddell. Liddell now. He's going to be heavily guarded. Finds Vardman, does Liddell, and Booker lets him go, and now Eureka takes a 1-point lead. 63-64. One timeout is remaining for head coach Kurt Jacob. He's going to let him play. Last possession now. Jacob tells Fournier to hurry up. Here's Booker. Back to Fortner. Timeout is the call here.
You have to get Maddox the ball here. He has been so hot this quarter. And not only is he one of your star players, he's also having the hottest hand right now.
So that is going to be the final timeout for the Vikings. Some Breaking news here for you. It is Sam Maddox. Sam Thompson, excuse me. He is in an ankle boot, and he could be out for some time for the Vikings. But what a job for the Vikings. They're coming off of 20 days without a game and only 3 practices, and no Sam Thompson. Man, what a game they've played, and it's been a collective team effort. We've seen a lot of games where, Thompson's just taken over, and well-deserving so, but it's been every single player in the lineup right now that's helped, even the sophomore, Jude James.
And all we talked about pregame about Eureka is how good their defense is, and now we're sitting here with Howell at 63 points. What an impressive showing by them, and Maddox has just been so hot this quarter, and you got Preston Fortner's quick hands being able to really disturb things, lead to some easy points. And how about the shooting of Matt James, too, coming off the 20-day break? And he was quarantined before that, too, so he's only, this is his second game in the past month and a half or so.
Fortner inside to Trupiano. 8 seconds. Trupiano to James. Matt James, he's got the jumper. No good. Fortner, he's going to be fouled. And it's going to be a push. 2.7 seconds remaining. That should be going to the line for the Vikings, as that's 6 fouls. Or is it 7 for the rules? I think it's 7 now. So 2.7 seconds. Do we have another exciting finish? Maddox, he's going to shoot the 3. He's been hot all night. He hits it again! Sam Maddox, buzzer beater time against Eureka. What a job by Sam Maddox, excuse me. Wow, what a night from Sam Maddox. He has 25 on the night to finish this one, and what a job from the senior. 66-64 is the final at the H. Wow, what a game from the Vikings.
Yeah, it seemed like in the middle of that game they were coming down, and Maddox gets hot in the fourth quarter. Preston's been great the entire time. What a performance.
Just what a masterful performance all around. We're going to try to get Maddox here on the Howell Activities Network for you. And
one thing I always preach about basketball players, too, is sometimes you just have to enable them. And right there, Maddox, to normal fans, they might say those are bad shots, but to a guy who can make them, there's a difference between shot takers and shot makers, and he's a shot maker. And whenever you got it going like that, you just have to put the shots up.
And just what a fantastic job from Sam Maddox and the Vikings. We will have Sam Maddox here on the Howell Activities Network for you coming up momentarily, but just what a fantastic job. Ice in his veins tonight, and you got to give it up to the Vikings in general, and obviously Eureka doing a fantastic job, obviously shooting as well, but as you just said, they average 43 points allowed per game, and here we are with, not their normal team for the Vikings, pulling up 66 on Eureka. That puts Eureka now 12-4 on the season. Vikings move to 8-3, as well as I said earlier, we'll have tomorrow night against Fort Zumwalt West. Stay with us here on the Howell Activities Network. We'll have Sam Maddox momentarily coming up here on the Howell Activities Network. All right, we're back here at the H where Sam Maddox just hit another buzzer beater for the Vikings, and heck of a game, Sam. What was going through your head that whole fourth quarter when you just hitting three after three? You could have four hands in your face, but you were just hitting threes. What was in your veins tonight for that to happen?
You know, I just felt pretty composed. We knew Eureka was going to be a good one going in, and I just know as a senior I was going to have to step up, and I felt like I did the job tonight, but I got to give my teammates the credit. They found me, they got rebounds, especially Preston Fortner. It's a hell of a rebound at the end of the game.
Yeah, Fortner finished with 11. You finished with 27, and you just, I was saying in the broadcast that you guys finished this game as a collective group and together without no Sam Thompson, and just what a performance, Billy. I know you had some questions as well. What do you got?
Yeah, can you just talk to us and our audience about knowing when you have the hot hand and maybe taking the shots that other people don't want to take, especially in a position like that where maybe they're considered bad shots, but someone has to take them and someone has to make them. So can you just go through us with the audience about that?
Yeah, well, like I said earlier, kind of like a senior, you just got to be ready, and you never know when that feeling's going to come or when that shot's going to come, but you know when you have the ball, you got to be ready to take it. And I felt like I was ready tonight, and I'm so proud of our team and them looking for me and be able to get this win against a top 10 team. It feels great.
Yeah, I was just about to mention it. Eureka was considered a top 10 team by Gateway Sports Venue and by STL Today, and so are you guys, and you guys are at number 3 right now. What does that ranking kind of mean, even though you guys have some injuries? You were out for 20 days, and you came back to be the top 10 team.
Well, obviously it's a great feeling. I mean, being in the top 10, that's not something you get to every day or even every year. We've had a tradition here at Howell of being there, so obviously we want to keep it up, but we got to stay focused, and we got a good one on the road tomorrow against West, so got to enjoy this one, and we'll see what we get tomorrow.
All right, that's it for us. Thank you, Sam, for joining us. Great job, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Good luck.
Great
and
job,
we'll
man.
have that one as well tomorrow night here on the Howell Activities Network. Sam Thompson out probably tomorrow. He was leaving the facility in the boot. We'll keep you updated on that one. Booker Simmons finishes with 8. David Tripiano with 6. Matt James with 8 as well. Obviously, Sam Maddox, as you just heard from, 27. And Preston Fortner with 11. Thanks for joining us tonight, folks. The final score tonight was 66-64.